Good evening, I'm Melissa Khan with our Wednesday, March 3rd edition of News in Depth. First up, man accused of physical and sexual assault of quarantine pensioner says he wants his name cleared. More in this report.
One of the accused in the alleged rape and beating of a 94-year-old quarantine pensioner wants his name to be cleared. Vivekanand Sharma said given his upbringing, he would not indulge in such act. The man spoke with this newscast from his Rosal home.
The night when the incident happened, I was with my wife and I told the police that. I said, with granny. I tell them that, why should I leave my wife and go rape granny? Hear them say no. Oh, granny thing must be more tight. Yeah, that's what they told me, the CID. Granny thing must be more tight.
Sharma spoke of his hours in the lockup at the Rosal outpost and some of the questions posed to him by the police.
Anyway, they picked me up. They carried me to the outpost where they stripped me naked, tell me to squat, stuff like that. You know what I mean? And I have a grandmother. I have a great grandmother, and that woman is like 97 years old. And I'm telling you that I will never do such a thing because I grew up in the house of elderly people and I respect them.
The woman was beaten to her face and mouth, both of which were swollen. A relative told reporters that further examination of the woman revealed that she was sexually assaulted by the suspects and bloodstains were seen on her underwear. However, the Guyana Police Force is reporting that the 94-year-old quarantine obese woman has denied being raped when men invaded her home. The police in a statement said the pensioner met with a social worker in the presence of the police officers, and it was there that she vehemently denied being sexually assaulted.
More news after this break. Stay with us.
Shh. It's your new secret. The all-in-one weapon for perfecting imperfections and capturing flawless skin. A lot of brands forget women of color or just don't understand that we come in all shades. From caramel to ebony, there's such a range. Iman Cosmetics is for every woman and features a line of skincare products and cosmetics including 16 foundation shades, powder, concealer, lipstick, blush, eyeshadow, highlighter, and BB cream. Visit us at Lot 75 Swamp Section, Rosal Town. That's behind the market. Or call 337-4422 or 688-9249. Shh.
Family violence is violence directed at another family member.
It can be physical, verbal, sexual, and more. Family violence leads to despair, destruction, and death.
It can happen to both men and especially women from any background. Children are especially vulnerable. And the stress and isolation due to the COVID-19 pandemic can increase family violence. Family violence is illegal in Guyana. If you or someone you know is experiencing gender-based violence, family-based violence, or sexual harassment, contact the Women and Gender Equality Commission at 231-5276 or 231-5298.
Or put an anonymous note in the post office boxes at the Guyana Human Rights Commission Building, the Guyana Post Office Corporation, the National Library, the Georgetown Public Hospital, and the University of Guyana.
Guyana Police Force is today reporting that a 98-year-old quarantine pensioner has denied being raped when men invaded her home. The police in a statement said the pensioner met with a social worker in the presence of police officers, and it was there that she vehemently denied being sexually assaulted. The police have said that both the virtual complainant and the suspects were interviewed intensely, but no useful information was obtained. All of the suspects have been released but are expected to report periodically at an identified station until the investigation is completed.
range. Iman Cosmetics is for every woman and features a line of skincare products and cosmetics including 16 foundation shades, powder, concealer, lipstick, blush, eyeshadow, highlighter and BB cream. Visit us at Lot 75 Swamp Section, Rosal Town. That's behind the market. Or call 337-4422 or 688-9249.
Sexual harassment is any unwelcome act, comment, gesture, or physical contact.
Street harassment is sexual harassment, but it is no joke. A woman's dress or behavior must not cause sexual harassment.
Sexual harassment is unacceptable, unwanted, unfair, and unlawful.
And in our COVID-19 crisis, the risk of violence and sexual harassment is even higher.
If you or someone you know is experiencing gender-based violence, family-based violence, or sexual harassment, contact the Women and Gender Equality Commission at 231-5276 or 231-5298.
Or put an anonymous note in the post office boxes at the Guyana Human Rights Commission Building, the Guyana Post Office Corporation, the National Library, the Georgetown Public Hospital, and the University of Guyana.
Preliminary inquiry into the deaths of West Coast Berbice teenagers Isaiah and Joel Henry is expected to commence on March 16th. This was revealed by the police prosecutor, Inspector Philip Sheriff, when the matter was called in the Blaymont Magistrates Court on Tuesday before Magistrate Peter Yu. According to Sheriff, the police plans on calling some 27 witnesses in the matter. The court was told that there will be two separate preliminary inquiries against the suspects, Anil Sanchara, Vinod Gopal, and Akash Singh. The Guyana Police Force is reporting that the men were hauled before the court based on a confession. However, the Henry family is not buying the confession story and want the police to come with some evidence. Two of the suspects professed their innocence of the crime to members of the media during their first court appearance. Joel and Isaiah's mutilated bodies were discovered on September 6, 2020 at Cotton Tree on the west coast of Berbice. Both Joel and Isaiah had their spines severed and had chop wounds about their bodies.
And that has brought us to the end of our news for tonight. For these and other stories, visit our website at rdproductiongy.com or our Facebook and Instagram page at Royston Drakes Production. On behalf of our news team, thank you for joining us and do join us again tomorrow for more news. Good night.